Hello, beautiful people. Wednesday night, wherever you are from. This is the first edition of our SAPL end of season podcast, and we are doing it live. That's why you are seeing all these beautiful faces and some people hiding from us. Nonetheless, uh, hello and welcome to everybody. I am your host, Dustin. I am here with 9 other people, so the introductions are gonna go a bit long. But yeah, from myself, you know me, I'm the hostess with the mostest. Third for assist in the championship. Thank you very much. Respect me. Um, and yeah, that's the person running Eugene with me this evening. You guys know him. He did the commentary with me not too long ago. He is the soulful man. When he speaks, you just feel all the soul and you just feel so relaxed. You want to go play some Luther Vandross, some old school music. Thanks. Yeah, to the people.
Hey, what kind, people? How's the Mensa doing today? We came here for violence, and we are ready for violence. As you can see, my sleeves up on this T-shirt, but that's just because I have big arms. But we're here for violence.
Big arms, you say you can't be threatening people this early in the podcast already.
Excuse now.
That's his same location, and now I have big arms. Come at me.
Say it with your chest.
Right. And then Olgen, on the Olgen side, you know him as the Don of Olgen. He is there to sort things out. He runs the tourneys. He is the man to go to when it comes to keeping the ball out of the net. Kearan, the Don, say hi to the people.
What's up, beautiful people? It's gonna be a liquor stream. Some shots are gonna be thrown. Some transfers are gonna be mentioned. It's gonna be a wild one.
Right. Kieran, we're gonna twist things up, we're gonna shake things up. I'm gonna ask you to introduce all your guests that you have here for the evening.
Okay, so first and foremost, the two new ones. So first, I want to introduce Ethan from RPZA. He's gonna be representing RPZA tonight. So Ethan, say hi to the people.
Hello.
And then another new face. He says his cam is not working. His laptop does not have a camera, so unfortunately you cannot see his handsome face. But Akil from Hustlers FC, say hello to the people there.
How's it, everyone? Good to be part of the conversation. I'm looking forward to it.
And then the myth, the legend, the greatest, the great one. He's been on our podcast a few times, and he's yet again to be here to share some transfers with us, some news with us, some wide man things with us. Nislan, say hi to the people.
Hi everyone, good to be back.
Nice. Dustin, you're
Apologies,
gonna
I've lost the button as I'm trying to share and make sure that everybody knows that we are live. Yeah, first of all, apologies for the very late start. It has been a horror show in the last 3 hours. You know, you prepare for everything and everything's going smoothly, and then bam, things start happening, and then things get delayed and all of those things. But yeah, we're not here for that and all the sad stories. We're here to have a good time. We are here to have a meal. We are here to, talk a little bit of comment section going well. Please keep it coming as we go with the podcast. But yeah, from the new gen side of things, we can't have a end of season stream without the champions being present. We can't have end of season stream without the GOAT CDM, the man who is known as Mr. Long Ball Plus. He takes the ball and distributes it and he makes sure his team keeps on ticking. Mr. Akil from Zama. Say hi to the people. I'm not sure if you caught all of that.
all our
Akil
all
says
our
his well wishes. Uh, our next guest, also from Zamalek, he has taken to goalkeeping by storm. He has been the man who has replaced the big boots and stood in the big boots of Mr. Red. Um, 13, I believe, 14 clean sheets in your debut season for Zamalek. Ashvir, Ash, DJ Ash, say hi to the people.
Hello, people. As you can see, I'm just like a snowman today. Ready for some shots, guys.
I said, Ash, do you want to build a snowman?
If you guys don't get the snowman reference, it's from Ash's Celesau days where he letting some suspect goals while standing still. Waza, shout out to Waza. I'm sure
Shout out
it's
to
not the only time we will be speaking about him this evening. But yeah, moving on to
Dustin.
our next guest. He is
Yeah,
Kearan.
yeah, it was
You want
supposed to be my guest. I forgot about Sayed. I'm sorry.
It's fine. We can
but
go again.
but if we can introduce the old gen Premiership captain, the winners of the Premiership, Zaire from the Lads FC. Say hi to the people.
How's it, people? Captain of the team that took Old Gen by storm.
Yo?
Yes.
That's us.
Now you see, this is the energy we like.
Yes,
This is
sir.
the energy we like. Yeah. That's everyone from Old Gen covered, and then our last guest on the new gen side. Also, I don't want to say a newcomer, but also took the championship by storm. He's captain of a team that has gotten promotion first time into the Premiership, and is looking to make a big impact with one of his players. One of his players who has a blue afro, and the other one has a finesse plus on lock. Achis, say hi to the people, man.
Hello, guys. Thanks for having me. Happy to be here. Looking forward to lots of shots. And unfortunately, Paz is not here, so we're not going to see a lot of those power shots go in. But I'm sure some of you have something in your locker.
Lovely stuff. Lovely stuff. So I think to start us off, with things, Zamalek winning the new gen Super League Premiership sponsored by Easy Noodles. Please don't forget, guys. I should have had my bucket of noodles here to have a quick chow since I've been all over the place today. But yeah, where's my yummy popcorn? How could I forget? But it's fine. I'll come back to that. Ash, Akil, either one of you, just give us a little brief rundown of, Zamalek season. How you guys feel about being five-time, 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 five-time champions? Okay. Ash, you go.
I can barely what Akil said. However, but it's just been my first season here at Zama. It's been a good season. Glad to finally get my trophy. I can't really speak much. I think Akil should actually be the one talking about being a little bit longer and what actually happened behind the scenes. But it felt good actually turning the league into a farmers league, being a part of that. And we look forward to next season, I guess.
A Farmers League, you say. Damez, I'm sure you got something to say about that.
The Farmers League. Yo, that was the time to be alive. Huh? When no one's comparing which league, which division was better for the Premiership.
I think I was still stuck on old at that time.
Essentially, you're calling the Super League Premiership, the Bundesliga, you say.
I don't think it's that tough, but we try, we see what we can do. But I'm sure Akil has a lot more to add.
There's a question for you from me.
Okay.
You appear to have more stronger saves. I'm not sure about the clean sheets in the championship with Silasau, but you appear to have more better saves in the Prem than you had in the championship. So which one is actually the Mickey Mouse League right now? Because it seems like, so basically you're saying the strikers in the Prem, from what I said, maybe I'm putting words in your mouth right now. At least it's words, but
Uh,
but why do you have more clean sheets in the Prem versus the Championship? Are the strikers in the Prem easier to deal with? And don't come tell me it's your defensive line.
okay, to be fair, coming to a team like Zamalek, we do a bit of homework as to the people we're playing against. We scout them on friendlies, clip stuff. So it's a part of my strategy, baiting strikers in friendlies and then baiting them in league matches. It's kind of my thing, going the extra mile to ensure that I become one of the better keepers in the league. But I'd say compared to the championship, we basically threw that away. I know Nishi's here to talk about when I was at Celesau. Uh,
Cake for
and
Leach.
nah, Olgen was the mechanics as a goalkeeper was just horrid. Never
Yeah.
really got to show my true potential there. And then moving to New Gen obviously was much better. And I'd say it was much more tougher in the Prem. There's a lot of good strikers around. Um, there's a handful that also study you as a goalkeeper, and they try to mix it up. And yeah, no, I definitely have to go with Premiership, not Championship.
Yeah. No. I fully understand. So the difference is in this season, guys say that you and Resh have a separate party when it comes to games. So he's watching the stream and whispering in your ear. Dive left, dive right.
To be fair, Rash has given me the license to do whatever I need to do. I mean, as soon as I joined the team, he was like, "Yash, you don't need to be a replica of me. You just be yourself, and you can find yourself from here." Of course, the door is open if you ever need to ask anything about improving yourself and whatnot. So I appreciate him for that. But he's just allowed me to do what I need to do. Rash has been a busy man recently. I believe his wife gave birth recently, so he's been hella busy with that. He's joined the party though whenever he could. He did point out to me a few errors that I made and where I can strengthen. It's it's also with Zama they have a different playing style for goalkeepers compared to the other teams where Rash used to play more of a sweeper. Of course, at the beginning I tried to adapt to that, but I just couldn't get any comfortable with it. So I tried to fit in my strengths with a little bit of Zama's playing style, and as the season progressed, he got a lot better. And I'm actually looking forward to next season because I believe I could be at my best from next season.
I look forward to facing you.
Are you coming to the Prem?
Say it with your chest. Put some more bass in your voice when you say that.
I'm looking forward to
I
meeting up.
think I think
No,
that's
but
a good segue from being you obviously made a choice. You were in the Premiership times with the Flying Catfish, or is it the Fat Catfish? I don't know what it is anymore. And then made the decision to go over to LeBlanc for the second half of the season and propel them to keep their momentum in the championship. So, Achis, speak to us about your experience in the championship and, having a strike force that scores 77 goals. Obviously, it would have been interesting to see if there would have been a competition between Damez and Paza. If they were there for both the seasons. But your experience in the championship, and are you looking forward to tying it up with the best in the Prem?
I mean, when we initially started, we were entered into League One or something stupid like that, and we knew we'd walk that league. We didn't think that the championship would be. I don't want to say as easy as it was, but honestly, that's what it was. That was pretty much a farmers league. There were two, three, maybe three really average teams that were quite good that competed. Knock knock, obviously it's best of the rest. 11 Mari's also quite decent. 11 Gents also surprisingly good. Um, Yeah, those were the top teams. Unfortunately, I didn't mention your team, Dustin. Sorry. But
Pew pew
yeah,
pew.
Give me my
it is what
flowers,
it
damn
is.
it.
I think in terms of Pazza and Dames, two very different players. Pazza being very prolific in front of goal. Just he's one of those guys. You put the ball in the box for him, he'll just press B. There's no other thing on his mind. Whereas Dames is a bit more complete in the sense that he's build up play. He's looking for other passes, and then obviously he's got his finesse shot plus up his sleeve, which makes him menacing. So I don't know who would win if it was the two of them going up against each other. As long as they both on my team, I don't really care. Yeah,
You sound like Dusty. The way you broke down my gameplay, you said word for word exactly what he says, what he has said to
Ah,
me for the longest time.
but yeah, in terms of Premier League, I think it's been a bit challenging. We want to keep the same core, but also get like that Premier League talent on board because we know that the Premier League is completely different to the Championship. We can see it when we play friendlies or when we play SNL, when we play in. Sorry to say, the shitters. Even the shitters are somewhat decent. So it's going to be interesting to see next season how we compete with the mid-table because that's essentially what we are aiming for. We don't expect to be anywhere below that relegation point.
Yeah. Um, yeah, just also just keeping with the theme of how people have run away with leagues. Kieran, I don't know, like in terms of origin, we always had this rivalry. Orbis the Evo, Mabena, um, uh, and as well as the
The lad,
lads
okay.
who
Yeah,
started coming up later. I think we made the mistake of backing the wrong horse and saying
yeah,
ultimately and they fell out completely. So
That's
yeah,
wrong horse.
talk to us about how things were happening in the old gen and like with the lads and everybody else.
so at the beginning of the season, we saw that Mapena was basically running away with the league because since week one up until probably week three, week four, they've been on top, and then um, suddenly Ultimate 11 is also in the race. RPZ the Evo is in the race, and then the lads is like laying fourth. Sahir, you can account for that. You guys were not looking good in the beginning of the season,
Mm.
eh? And then
Yeah.
suddenly we see Mapena lose a game, or Bizete start losing games, Ultimate 11 start losing games, and yeah, the lads FC come with a 11 win streak past all these teams, going straight up to the lock. Like I said in all the other podcasts, it surprised all of us. It surprised Dustin, Dames, the whole community. No one would have thought that a championship team that is newly in the Prem would win the Premiership, but Sairem took us by shock and they showed us um, that even if you are a new team in the Prem, you can still do what other teams do. So Sair, please talk to us and talk us through how you guys felt after winning the Premiership and how you guys felt after the rivalry with RBZD, with Mapena. I don't think you had much of a rivalry with Ultimate 11, but you guys were mainly tuning Mapena and RBZD in that Olden group. So talk us through that.
Yeah, no. So we only started SAPL like October time last year, and then obviously got promoted from League One then to Championship. And then the funny thing is, we weren't even supposed to be in Prem because we finished, I think, fourth in Championship. So we got into Prem on a technicality, and there was like these warm-up tournaments that we were playing as like a preseason tournaments, and then we were doing what we were beating like the supposed top teams of Premiership, and then we started obviously chatting a lot of shit because we didn't realize how washed everyone is. So that's where that's where like I think the rivalry started, because everyone on that group from the preseason was saying like, no, we're gonna get embarrassed in the league and it's just preseason and whatnot. Especially RBZA's guys. I know Ethan is here. Ethan was one of the loud ones. Um, but yeah, obviously then the start of the season was a bit shaky, but then I mean, for a team, we don't even practice as much as everyone else. Like I always see on the groups, we all see that guys are playing friendlies on days like Wednesdays, weekends, and whatnot. We don't even do that because I'm not gonna lie, my guys are lazy. As much as I try as a captain to get them to practice, none of them like want to practice and whatnot. So I think that's even more impressive with it being our first season in the Prem and then also not even practicing to now make the Premiership. Well, now everyone called it towards the end of a Farmers League just because we were sitting at the top. So I guess we made the Premiership in Old Gen a Farmers League as well. So, I mean, yeah, we just better. There's nothing else I could say. We were just better. We won. We went on that winning streak, embarrassed a lot of the big dogs that were here for years. I mean, we here for not even a whole year, and I guess it's embarrassing for everyone. What can I
I
say?
appreciate
Who
I
are these
appreciate
big
that,
dogs?
the fact that he said that with his chest, Kieran. The fact that he said it with his whole chest. He pumped it out and he said it with his whole chest. I respect that, brother. I respect that.
I want to know who the big dogs are, bro.
The big dogs were supposedly RBZA, which was very. I mean, I won't lie. I was hoping Keanu was going to be on this podcast. I don't know why he's not here. But I mean, we got Ethan, which is, I don't know, his little minion or something. I'm not sure. But I mean, RBZA was supposed to be winning this one because they said, oh no, Whiteman is gone now. It's RBZA season. Mapena, I didn't expect to do well because no one really mentioned Mapena before the season, like to be a top 3 team. And then they were surprisingly very good. So yeah, I guess competing with RBZA, there wasn't really much of a challenge. There's obviously a lot of spit between our players, which is fun and all. I mean, at the end of the day, it's fun, but I mean, I find it disrespectful to call RBZ our rivals. You know, we need maybe Selekau will be. I don't know. I don't know how Selekau is in league, but RBZ, I hope the time is up now because it's getting a bit tiring.
Yes,
Okay, so
sir.
I just have one question.
Yeah.
I just have one question. Ethan,
Hello.
or maybe it's a statement. Personally, I wouldn't take that.
I was not going to take that. Don't worry. We just have to wait for the new season and just see what happens. It's fine.
Okay,
They can have
so
it. They won the league. They did it. Fine.
okay, so we know that this is the second season that RBZA is going without the title, and then this season they surprisingly brought in one of the goats. They brought in Nishlin, hoping that Nishlin could change that around, and then
Yo.
at the beginning of the season, Nishlin and Ethan chomi. Mensa is taking the Mensa on in the groups together. And yeah, through the middle of the season, the end of the season, you see Nishlin and Ethan fighting. Now I'm gonna ask Nishlin first. Nishlin, what happened between you and Ethan that you guys were suddenly beefing?
So let's just make things clear. I joined RBZA on friendship, right? Because me and Keanu are boys. So I was like, no, you know what? We'll be fine, right? RBZA finished what? Like they finished second when we were when White Men were there. So I was like, oh, we got a good chance. And on top of that, I brought 3 good players as well. But when you have, as you call me, a GOAT captain of the old gen, and you don't want to listen to him, how do you expect to win, bro?
You said you didn't want to be a captain. Don't lie. No waste.
So we had a private group without Ethan in it because, as you can see, he's a bit loud. So that's where the tactics were discussed. And then when I saw the 4-5-1, that's when I was like, okay, it's time for me to keep quiet and just play. And then I was like, you know what, Ethan is a solid player. He just can't link up properly. But he's a solid player. He knows he can't link up. He knows he's a good striker. But unfortunately, I just couldn't take it anymore. So I was like, I think white men need to make a comeback. And I messaged the guys. And as soon as Jake said he's back, I made it happen.
And talking about bringing white men back, just before the live started, you posted something in the Ulgen group. You posted a transfer. You said it's something to talk about in the live. So let us know what's going on there with you and Masood.
So I always wanted to sign Masood, even when White Man disbanded. He was one of the players I wanted, and I also wanted Imi. So I tried to get both of them, but I think you guys know the beef. I don't think it needs to be said. But I hit up Imi. I hit up Masood, and I was like, "Yo, bro, you can't say no to White Man twice." And I got it done in 5 minutes. I think Arbitrary taking weeks to sign him. 5 minutes, my boy. I got that pull.
Yeah, because if I'm correct, Zaire, you also wanted to sign him, right?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
let me
And
tell
then-
you the story. Let me tell you the story. So I always, whenever we used to play Salty Boys, I won't lie, I used to call them a one-man team because it's only Masood's name that you see on the pitch because the guy controls the game for Salty Boys. He's on the ball 90% of the time when you play them. I'm sure every team that played Salty Boys knows if you sit on Masood, they won't do anything. So we already knew that, okay, like if we are to sign more guys, Masood would be one of them. So I did message him and I told him no. He wanted to first trial to see if he'll obviously fit in with us. But then that's where the issue comes. My team don't practice. My guys are lazy. So how am I gonna trial a guy before the season starts if we don't even play like other than league? So I didn't get back to him, and then today he did message me to say he signed for Wideman. But either way, I was gonna tell him like I don't know if I can guarantee him a spot in the starting 11, and I do feel it's unfair because I mean the guy is quality, I won't lie, so he would deserve to be starting 11, and I don't think in our team right now that there's anyone that I want to drop from the starting 11, so it would have been unfair on him either way.
yeah, true. Um, and then another person messaged Masood, nah? Because Masood messages me. He says Ethan messaged me. He asked me to join RBZ, and I was like, Ethan messaged you. Why did Ethan message you? Is he a captain or some sort? I was like, that seems sus to me. And he said, yeah, it seems sus. And then I think last night I asked Ethan, bruh, why do you message Masood? But now Ethan's camera is off. I don't know if he's shy. Is he nervous? Is he scared
Bitch,
of
I'm right here.
Nissan?
Don't worry. I'm listening to everything. Don't worry.
Anyways, Ethan, you also wanted to sign Masood. What's your reason behind that?
Yeah, we wanted to sign Masood because obviously he's a quality player. But I think for us, he wasn't the primary target. So we put like a little bit less of a force to try get him because we had other signings. So yeah, that's basically it.
I think for him, you guys weren't the primary target.
Yeah, not at all. I don't think so either, bruh. Because
Okay, but
if
guys, before we carry on here, I feel like there's some bullying happening here. But Ethan, I wanna give you your platform and your opportunity to defend yourself and your club's name. Obviously, a lot of things have been said. It's now up to you to carry the mantle. What do you have to say in response to all the criticism, all the stuff about you guys talk the talk, but you don't walk the walk, you don't win titles, etc., etc. Like, what is the mood like in the camp when you always aim up and then you just fall a little bit short and you go next season and it's the same story? Like, how do you keep the guys motivated?
Honestly, the guys are always motivated. They're just top gents, honestly. They're always happy. They never have a problem. So they always aim really high because they just believe they can do it. Honestly. And
but then they didn't do it.
yeah, we didn't do it. You play for Salty Boys. Be quiet. No way.
I think what Dustin is trying to ask is like you were saying right now. You were saying the boys always aim for this and they believe that they can do it, but with all due respect, why hasn't it happened in these last 2 seasons?
Well,
Because you have the players, you have the quality.
we have the players. You're not wrong. We had the players. We still have the players. We had better ones. They left now. That's nice. But we're just doing our best. We play well. We get some big results sometimes. But I just feel like we don't really have. We have consistency, but sometimes we can get caught off guard, and then we can lose really stupid games sometimes. And I think that's just what gets us.
Happens to everyone. I understand that completely.
Yep.
Right. I just wanna before we continue, Akio, my man, are you still drowning or are you here with us?
Akil, show us the
part.
part.
Is it better now? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Marginally better.
Not as good though, yeah.
If it's not working for you, we do have someone on standby. So like we want to try and get you on, and we want to try and things out.
Akil, for this you owe us all a free holiday to Mauritius. My wife has been waiting to go to Mauritius.
We've been waiting for the Zamalek fire, because I understand that you guys have the 5 stars, but you're ready to shoot those with the stars. All right. Nonetheless, let's carry on. So long. So yeah, we've discussed some of the talking points that we've wanted to get to. For now, let's just go and stick to what it is. What we call it, the business end of things. Yeah, I did have some things prepared, so I think from my end, I just want to mention a couple of things, like some notables that happened during the season. We'll speak about some transfer activity in the new gen, because I mean we got it with a couple of big ones today. Everybody been having a good time in the new gen group for the last 3 days, and then every time when you watch England play, and England fans is always like, it's coming home, but it never goes home. In this case, there's always been that rumor or that feeling that the Mursa mountain, known as Ibrahim Ali, would one day return home. And what do we know? What do we see? When was it? Past 4 today, or past 5. Ibrahim Ali to T4L confirmed. Here we go. But Ash, I understand there's another wrinkle to that deal. Do you want to share with us?
Crazy signing, yeah.
So I believe Ebby wasn't the only signing to go to Traumatic. I think they've also snatched Repsy from us, the Golden Boot winner. To be fair, it's a tricky one because they've been 2 huge players for us last season. But in all honesty, Man City did give Arsenal Jesus and Zinchenko once upon a time, in hope that they'll challenge for the title.
This bitch.
Let's see if that happens this time.
So basically in the chat, so for those of you who don't know, from the new gen group, I can't believe this. It makes me laugh.
Right.
So basically, from the new gen group, Fish was correct when he said your replacement is coming.
Yeah, James, I believe we have someone who's going to give us additional commentary in that regard. Rash, welcome to the podcast.
Hey, brother Rash.
What's happening, gentlemen? Hey, I finally made an appearance.
Yeah, we've been trying to get you for the longest time, and now here you are. You wanna greet the guys maybe in the comment section.
Once you have Ash there, you have to have Rash. That's how it is. That's how
But
it
look
is.
at Rash's
Competition
beard,
is fierce here, guys.
You surpassed
So
us.
for those not familiar with what goes on in the New Gen group on a daily basis, how do you greet the guys every morning?
Good morning, imbeciles. That's how it is. Imbeciles.
And every day, without fail, there are people fighting.
It's my
I'm
job.
busy Rash, how is retired life going? Are you still retired? Rumor has it that you've been standing and using Ash's
Account.
profile.
No, I'm definitely retired now. Ash is the guy. I'm only there to stoke fires. Start and stoke,
Rash.
my friend.
Rash, do you understand that your beard is bigger than your face? I'm just.
Beard is bigger than SAPL, bro. Bigger than SAPL. This is wisdom right here, my friend.
I respect that, bro. I wish I could get there. I really respect that. Yes, yes.
No, thanks for having me here, guys. I'm here to fire shots. It's
So that wasn't your accent in the voice note. That's
I could really speak like that, bro, if you really want. I could switch it up real quick.
You know why I mention it, and for those of you who don't know, it's because when that happened in our last podcast recording, Dusty said something in Afrikaans, and guys, I'm from KZN. We don't do that here. So Dusty was like, maybe we should call Rash in the next recording of the podcast so he can speak for us in Afrikaans. He can freestyle for us in Afrikaans.
Listen, ek kan hier wees vir Waza. Ek weet Waza verstaan nie Engels nie, so ek is hier Waza. Ek het jou.
All right. Let's get some of the things out of the way in terms of how the league shaped up and some notable statistics and all those things. So obviously we know Super League Premiership top 4, Zamalek, obviously number 1, 5-star Zamalek. Ballers in second, DSG Beasts in third, and then the Golden Boys, Traumatic T4L in position number 4. I think, and then in terms of teams getting relegated, it went down to the last day. TMT and Bogman put in a Mursa fight, but unfortunately, or should I say, well done to Ellie and the crew for surviving and making sure by 1 point they do not go down, and instead it would be Bogman, Prestige Gaming, and as Dames loves to say, SA Leakers going down to the championship. 2 honorable mentions as well. City Lads in 6th position. I think a very respectable finish for them. I think a lot of guys would think that they punched above their weight. There were only 4 points off the top 4. Some changes that have been made during the season, and they've qualified for AFCON as well. So well done to them. And then in their first season, Vaseline Boys in 10th. Vincent and his goons. Finishing 10th in their first season, top 10. Any comments, Dames, Ash, Rash?
If I speak.
Speak, brother. That's why you are here.
No. I'd like to take this opportunity to congratulate the rest of from number 2 downwards.
What do you mean by that?
Yeah. What do you say, James?
What do you mean by that?
The mess. Jy weet wat weet ek. Hulle weet nie wat ons weet nie.
I love Rash. You heard what he just said, Dusty.
I mean,
If I can add there on the Vaseline boys topic, I'm usually very quiet in these new gen groups. I don't really speak much, but there was the case with the SA team where Vincent was a bit upset. Some of his boys weren't picked, and I'm a nice guy, so I try to explain it to him why his guys were not picked. And he got, I guess, cheeky with me, and I couldn't handle that. So him and we exchanged some words. Not the best, not my best moment, but it is what it is. But I can put that aside and say I think they did really well, finishing 10th in the league, decent. Was it 10th?
Yep. 10th.
Okay,
Exactly
yeah,
10th.
well done to them. So that's on the one side, but then on the other side of that spectrum, I'm wondering, like, is the Premier League that tough then if they're finishing 10th?
Sure.
Guys, first of all, let me
I believe
tell you
Rash is
something,
qualified on the subject.
Yeah, let me tell you something about Achis before you continue, Dusty and Rash. Achis has a lot of sarcasm in his tone. It used to bother me at the start, but I've grown accustomed to it. So I'm trying to explain to you guys. This bra is throwing shots and he's being very sarcastic about it. Don't make his smile fool you. You know when they say Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is the babyface assassin? That's exactly what Achis is. He kills you with friendliness. Don't make him fool you guys. Don't make him fool you. Anyway, Rash, you continue. You have a bigger beard than mine. I have to respect you.
No, the new guys coming up. Yeah. Congratulations, but Prem is Super League is where it's at. You can either shut yourself very quickly or you can find your way close to the top. Aim for number 3, guys. Aim for number 3.
What do you mean by that?
I'm joking. Look, we all want a more competitive league. Basically, like I've always said, it's the old boys, the bowlers, Samalek. Well, the other guys are not there. I mean, we made them disband. But yeah, we all want a more competitive league. But if you guys are good players, hold on to them because the top 2, they don't waste time, huh? They don't waste time.
Let's be honest here. Since there was cancer in the group, this is why Dusty has me because I asked the questions. Although Dusty asked the same questions, but I ask it immediately. Brother, are you talking about traumatic? Because judging from your comments in the morning, are you
traumatic? Look, it's all bent on the group, and I have nothing against Traumatic and the rest of the guys. I talk a lot of shit there. No one should take me seriously anyway. But I mean, we're going for Samalek's going for 4 leagues in a row next season. So you have to respect the guys at the top.
100%.
This league, bro, there's a league every 2 months. You chat shit, you get banged very quickly in this league.
That's the thing, bro. That's the thing. You heard me say it even last time.
I need to jump in. I've just received word.
Breaking news.
Direct from the source. Iki 009 is T4L. Here we go. So to latch on to what you were saying, Rash, obviously you said you want a competitive league and you want the best players to be playing against the best at the end of the day. You've got Ebi. You've got Repsi now. Now you've also got Iggy. Do you think they are now building that team that is there to challenge for the top 2 spots?
My man, Rapsi is one of the best, if not the best striker in the league. If you look at it, EB also one of the best defenders in the league. And that's ultimately what you want. You don't want two teams running away with it. You want a equal league where everyone has a chance, and we've been lacking that for a while. But yeah, hopefully, respect to them. Look, like I say, everything is bad in the group. I talk too much shit. I respect Romantic. I mean, they came up. The thing is now to keep it going.
So they assembled the Avengers just for that. Literally.
We assembled Artemis. So yeah, it's like it's the end game now, guys. It's the end game.
Okay, so Ash, when are you confirming your signing?
I've got a lifetime contract here at Zama.
You got the same contract that Rash has.
I don't know if it's much of a contract, but Rash will explain to you how the lifetime contract works over here.
Now, once you join the Illuminati of Josh, my man, you only live by death.
Yeah, that's basically that.
All right. Nishlin, you obviously saying that you're bringing Weidman back to deal with the lads, and you're also bringing them back to deal with RBZA since you've respectfully moved away. Are there any who are you bringing to the table? Is there information for us? Who can we expect to see on that Weidman side?
So, respect to RBZA, but I'm not worried about them for next season. They literally clinging on to my wide men, trying to convince them every day to join RBZA. So I think they're just wasting their time. Zahir, from the start of the season, as soon as I saw not underscore Zahir in the lad squad, I was like, oh shit. These guys are gonna cause a problem. And all respect to them, bro. They actually did, and they won the league. So congrats to Zahir and the boys. But I still don't think you understand how Silasau, and it's not Silabena, let's forget about Mabena right now. It's Silasau. I don't think you understand how Silasau and Wideman play. But you'll see in the next season. That's all I can say. We've got our main guys back. Unfortunately, I couldn't convince Ash to come back, but we've got Tariq back. We've got Jake back. We've got a lot of big names back, and I'm just trying to. Yes, sir. Jakey is back in the Wideman squad. So it's going to be a good season. And at the end of the day, we only wanted to bring back Wideman back because we just missed the friendship. We missed playing with the guys. Pause. But yeah.
No, did he?
Crazy.
Yeah, it's going to be a good season.
Ash, I'm watching you, Ash.
I'm excited to have that rivalry with Silasau again, especially. And I look forward to, obviously, the lads coming in as well. But other than that, I do agree. We're still in the Farmers League compared to New Gen. Let's be honest, right?
I didn't want to say it, but at least you said it.
Any response to that, Zaya? Because this man is coming directly.
I mean, at the end of the day, the beginning of this season, everyone doubted us because obviously, I mean, no one knew the lads, so I don't blame them. But we proved our point already, and everyone just kept on using Whiteman's name. That if Whiteman was still in the league, then we wouldn't be able to do any of this. So I just want Whiteman to do exactly what everyone hypes him up to be. But to be honest, I'm not really scared in any way.
Mr. Akio from Hustlers, you
I've been waiting. I'm sitting and listening about this RBZA and Celis. Okay, first of all, I messed up the season for us completely by the stats. We could have probably came out first in the championship, but hey, that's just unlucky. Then come in the cup, we were overconfident. We got banged in the second leg after beating RBZA. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the Prem. Just a top 5, I think, is like a realistic expectation for us.
Damn.
Because when we started SAPL, we finished second half of the League One Western. and then we won that, and then now championship top 2. So yeah, I feel with our team, with the way we improved, yeah, it's we at least top 5 is good.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. Speaking about the cup, how did the guys feel after letting
I
go of a
the
5-1 in the
Yeah,
first
man.
leg,
We
and
were
then
5-2 up. Then we went 1-0 up in the second leg, and then we conceded 5. That old
you
I don't know, Dark Lord. That
Like,
guy. He put 5 goals and assists. We was shocked after that. It was bad, bad, bad. 5-1 after
As
being
what
4 goals up.
as Waza says, Dusty, Dark Lord of the Lake.
No, not as Waza said. It's as me. It was me.
Yeah. No, I
yeah.
didn't want to point at you because I didn't. I
Um,
did. It was between you and
let's
Waza.
just have a look. We can see. Ethan, you still there, my man?
yeah, we there, we chilling.
So
Just listening.
where are you positioning RBZA Evo in this whole dynamic of Weidman, Celesau, the lads, Hustlers now also staking a claim for top 5? Where are you? Where are you putting yourself?
Top 2.
Ethan, be
Okay.
realistic. Ethan, be realistic.
No, I'm being very realistic.
The
Everyone
boy who
doubts
cried wolf.
us.
No, it's
They
good to be
always doubt us.
optimistic. Very good.
Yeah,
Top
they
2
always
of
doubt
Prem
us.
of Super League.
Huh? Well, no.
It's not RBZA
Nah.
A team, Rash.
That's
Oh,
Oh
my
wow,
bad,
He's
my
not
bad.
calling us the B team. Yes.
No, I forgot. I apologize. Carry on. Continue. As you know, I just arrived.
Oh, no, Red
Yeah.
cracks me up.
I honestly think we can finish top 2. Honestly, we have good players, and we have a team with a lot of chemistry that's been performing well recently. And it's not our first rodeo in the Prem. We know how it goes, the ups and downs. So we can definitely make a
Especially
run
the
for top
downs.
2. Die. Yes.
Yeah, I need to join this old gen group.
Yo, best group on SAPL. Yes, a
Honestly,
lot of stuff happens there.
whenever there's a big game, that group, you leave the group for 5 minutes, you come back to minimum 300 messages.
true.
You haven't been in the new gen group in the last 4 days. Like,
Is it just as bad?
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, it's been rough.
over the last 4 days alone is 1,800.
Yeah.
What?
I let it alone left and right.
That's crazy.
And if
Like-
you search so much, it's like
You will.
You know, I just want to say the
If you
funniest
search
shit
for
in that group is I don't want to be harsh about it, but the traumatic guys they were sucking off ballers the whole season, and then oh my lord, nah, that was hectic. Yo, I had my fun day. Phew.
But I think ultimately we can say ballers at the last laugh. There was a
Nah,
lot said
quality team.
about Dukes at goalkeeper, and yeah, he has proved himself and everything. But it's we don't know where we're placing the Ash obviously has had a very good season in his own right. Dukes has had a good season. Let me just have a look because I do have the stats here.
This is a quality player. I won't lie. It's one thing. Respect all goalkeepers because I was a goalkeeper, but your team should never expose you through videos as a goalkeeper because that in itself, strikers notice things, especially in Super League. Strikers, they don't just play for the fun of playing. They study, they check which way you go, what's your mannerisms. They see everything. The minute you post a video about yourself or your goalkeeper and what he does in these saves, strikers already know the next game. All right, this is what I'm going to do. And
Ash is talking about you, by the way.
No.
It's
Ash is the
Brian.
greatest in the league this season, man. There's no doubt about it.
I post my
Even if I
TikToks
really
and still
played
makes
well,
no
I scored
difference to
two
some
passes.
strikers, bro. You know.
I scored two passes. I scored two
I
passes
didn't
to
know you had
the
TikTok, Ash, for
freaking.
fuck's sakes.
Okay. Okay, fair.
Yeah. Because I mean, clean sheets in the Prem. You got Ash with 14. Next best is Jordan with 10, and Monabs also with 10 at DSG. Another very good goalkeeper in his own right. If you look at goals scored in the Prem, the Super League Prem, that is, Repsy is up there. I think he's got 7 more goals than the next guy. Dylan Repsy with 56, Daniel from City Lads with 49, and Justin surprisingly quiet this season with 41.
You're getting his name wrong there. It's Abdullah Fantoner.
Repsy show, but for the goals that he scores, he always gives the ball away so many times because 56 goals, possession lost 241. Like I know
Jeez.
Akil was crying about it the last time. He was like, Repsy's that's a brilliant striker. But hey, man, if he can just stop losing the ball so many times. But again, if you get into positions he does and take the chances he does, take the risk that he does, you're bound to lose the ball a lot more. In terms of assists, Luke with 28 assists, Ryan Conradi from Traumatic with 27, Zaim Abrahams from Bachman with 24. That run of form that's seen him get a call up to the South African team. Position 1, Chiaman from City Lads with 190. Ebi with 188 and Pavendran with 161. So those are the notable stats there. In terms of team stats, Ballers and Zamalek, the runaway goal scorers, 151 for Zamalek in total, 141 to Ballers. City Lads, 16 yellow cards across the season. They love a slide tackle, it seems. Zamalek's possession 1 stat. This one had me tripping. Zamalek's possession 1 stat is over 100 times more than the next best team. Checkouts have lost the ball more than any other team in the league. And they're sitting, I think, in 5th, I believe. So those Zamalek DMs, Akil, Raji, the defenders winning the ball so many times. Kearan, do you have any insight into any notable stats on the old gen side?
Yeah. Olgen. I don't think anyone wants to know about Olgen. But if we do go,
Why, Kearan? Why?
Why,
Don't
Patricia? Why?
don't let Rash influence you.
if we do go into Olgen and we look at the top 3 goal scorers for the league, we do have Mr. Tapping Merchant, Mr. Pen Merchant, Mr. Don't Pass Merchant. We do have Ethan leading the top goal scorer with 51 goals. And then just behind him is 2 players on 44 goals. The first one is from Mapena, Thiago Ferreira. And then Harmony Kalane from Royalty ZA. They both shared 44 goals at the end of the season.
Former ASA player, sorry, Kiran, I just had to add that. Respect.
Of course, you had to add something there. Just give me a second. Top assist. We all know who's first there.
Keanu Dos Santos.
Okay, Ethan. The man who should have been yesterday. RPZA player Keanu Dos Santos. In second for most assists is Masood from Salty Boys, and then we got a 2-way tie. One from the lads, Sair is on 22 assists, and then Wesley Galan from Jabrownies is also on 22 assists. Um, and then two more stats. We first gonna look at possession one. So the most possession one this season was from Mapenas Joshua with 143 possession. And then we have Rosa Calvert from Jabrownies, 137. And then Bradley Van Wyk from Royalty ZA on 135. And then definitely not least the goalkeepers. We had a very interesting goalkeeper come into the season at the end of the season. Mr. Kratos, originally known as a CB. I don't know what made Keanu decide to put him goalkeeper, but he did pretty well. I'm not gonna lie, he did pretty well. Um, because um, Grant Grant
My
Harans
bro,
from
it sounded like Megatron for everyone. It was just me. Sorry, man.
second. Anyways, Grant Harans from Jabrownies FC, 7 clean sheets. Alexander from the Sardis clan, 5 clean sheets, and then Kratos as well, 5 clean sheets from RBZA Evil. So a lot of RBZA people, a lot of Jabrownies people. You see some faces from Royalty ZA. You see some faces from the Lads FC and everyone else. So I wouldn't say it was a tough season because Ethan mostly had tap-ins, so
Okay.
you can't really compete with tap-ins. But big ups to him for winning the Golden Boot. He put in a lot of work, and I must say I respect it, even though it was a step-ins. I respect it. But
Thank you so much.
speaking, we spoke earlier about where everyone's gonna lay next season on the log. Let's look at the season that just went by. Obviously, we have the Lads FC in first place, and then RBZA second, Mapena third, and Ultimate 11 fourth. If you look just outside them, the Jabronis FC finished first, Serious Stuff finished sixth, and then Salty Boys in seventh place. And then if we do go into relegation zone, the teams that got relegated, unfortunately, Uganda Cranes were one of them. After saying that we're gonna quit, they made a claim that their Wi-Fi or their internet, their server was down, and then a lot of teams beat them. And then once their servers were up, they called out everyone on the captains group, and they said, everyone who beat us, we're coming back for you. And then this is where they ended up. So Rooney,
And Kevin, we spoke about this like 2 podcasts in
so
advance.
so unfortunately, Rooney, your team did not make it out of the relegation zone, and then we all knew Durban Josie was gonna get relegated. Let's be fair. Since the since the beginning of the season, unfortunately, MTS didn't want to join them mid-season to go out there. He was very stingy.
Dishlan is supposed to join them. I'm not sure why he went to Wideman. He lost a wager against me. I don't know why he forgot about it. He's quiet now, but we had a wager. He lost the wager.
I don't know if I made that wager or someone else.
It was
And then another team from the Prem that got relegated was Local Boys. So yeah, and then if we do go into the championship just to see what happened there, who made it through to Prem, who made it out of Prem, I mean out of championship. In first place, we have the mighty Salasau. In second place, Akil's team coming short by a few points. Hustlers FC, and then Come, just pause for a bit because this third team is something to talk about. Age loads, gents.
Ah, flip, man.
Let's just take it back to the the SNL I mean the All Gen Cup final where Salazar was facing Edge Lords in the final, and all we saw, literally, even Dustin sent a recording of that thing where 11 of Edge Lords players were defending and a Salazar attack. 11 players in the box, guys. And once they get the ball, once they get the ball, they press circle and hope that one of their people gets it. And one of their goals came like that, and we were like, okay, we take that goal. But I just want to say to Josh and his teammates, once you come to Prem, you need to have a brand new strat because you're gonna have Salazar, Whiteman, Mapena, RBZ Evo, the Lads FC, all these teams that can play around the way you play. So like, please come into Premiership with a brand new strat. Please don't start with
Yeah,
11 players in the
even our team hustlers as well. We noticed when you sit even on the pier on Old Gem, when you sit back and you just let them pass through, it's very hard to defend. Even you put your body in the way to block the shot, it'll just go through you. That's how Old Gen works. So we have to change that for
yeah.
Prem as well.
That's how
Our side.
Gen works.
That's how new gen
We
works as well.
Yeah,
we have to change. We got to change
it's
formation.
EA,
Everything. This
EA
five back
too.
and three back is not going to work anymore. We have to change everything for the Prem.
All right, gentlemen. I'm going to, before we go a lot more longer than what we need, because, like I said, we got guys who have got AFCON games coming up soon. So I'm just gonna go around the block and give you a minute to, articulate your thoughts. Whatever you want to say, any shots you want to take, anything, what your strategy is for the following season, those types of things. Give it to us in 1 minute, and then we wrap up. I'm gonna start with Nishlin. Since you are bringing Weidman back, are you going straight into Prem taking over a team, or are you starting at the bottom?
We are going straight into Prem. We've taken over Mavericks, and because there's no point last season chilling in the championship, we want to be there with in the last season with a whole lot of good teams. We got RBZA, the Lads, Hustlers. We got Celesau as well. So it's going to be a good season. I wish everyone luck, and just know it's wide side all the way, boy.
White side, boy.
White side.
What do you mean by that?
Crazy.
Zaire, what's in store for the league when we talk about the
I expect no different. There's no I don't think there's gonna be any friends made from us our side. The beef is gonna continue. Um it's a compliment that we rattled the league so much that they had to bring two of their best sides back. So that's gonna be interesting. But we're gonna do the same. I'm confident with my team. We're ready for whatever we have to face. And RBZA, I love the optimism, but just I don't know. Sorry, but you guys are the Arsenal of the league. You're the guy. You like England in the Euros at the moment. But it's always entertaining to see you guys talk. It's cute in a way. So I'm looking forward to your guys chirping next season.
On that note, Ethan, anything in passing from your end? Any
Let me put
response
my
or
camera
anything
on just so
to
he
let
can
us know
see. I'm
about the
saying
Eagle
it
Boys?
to Nish and I'm saying it to Sayer. You guys are really underestimating us, and I really like them because the second season we played, everyone underestimated us, and we just kept Weidman on their toes. And for me, this Weidman team is not as strong as the last one. I won't lie. So I think we'll finish above you, Nish and Zahir, and we're coming for the Prem. I won't lie.
That's it. That's it. Hustlers Akio. Hustlers Akio. Keep up the energy, my man.
Like I said before, we can push for higher if we play well and we practice enough. We just need in this short week, like 2 weeks we have before the Prem, we need to practice a lot, moving the ball well, and just yeah. I like I said, top five is what we're aiming for. Not really winning it yet. If we win it, it'll be a good experience.
All right. Achis, my man, you have guided LeBlanc into the Premiership. You have your strategy worked out in terms of what you want. Anything we can expect from you in your first season? Are you going to pull a Vaseline boys and finish 10th? Are you going to go and challenge the top five immediately? What's happening? I know Dames
Um,
is ready for Zamalek already.
James obviously has his eyes set on all the big boys. I think we just want to start off small, survive the league, see how it is. I think there's going to be a lot of movement still to come in this transfer window, so I don't want to say too much about this upcoming season. Let's just see how the dust settles and see what happens.
Measured response, media training 101. Rash, I'm gonna give the floor to you first because I believe Ash has some news for us there. So what do you have to say going forward for the guys? What any passing remarks, comments? How are you feeling about the Premiership next season?
No, it's looking good. We have some news. I don't know, Ash. You want me to break it? You want to break it?
I got that part covered, bro.
All right. No. So yeah, everyone thinks. Look, it's tough to keep guys motivated going for 4 in a row. But if you want to be at the top, you have to beat everyone. It's not just whether it's newcomers, or the regulars. It's going to be a tough season. Obviously, I'm not going to be a part of it, but I will keep my eye on the league. And yeah, man, you just want the league to be more competitive. Have 8, let's say top 8 or top 10, going all out for that top spot. But nothing changes. Everything stays the same. Same drive, the same motivation to win it and banter everyone else.
Because what do they say about banter? Banter is only good when it comes from the top, huh?
Yeah, it's yeah, you can say
Right.
that.
Ash, take it away, my man. I believe you are Fabrizio from Amalek tonight.
Yeah, just
Here we go.
here we goes. So number one is Jared, former Pirate striker. Excited to see him come aboard. The other two signings are coming from one of our supposed competitors who actually fell off so badly. DSGVs, we've got the promising Christos, a really interesting CV. And of course, in my opinion, Zamalek's player of the season, Luke, has returned back to Zamalek.
Whoa, hold on. Which look are we talking about?
We're talking
Is
about
it
So
Luke.
what's
Luke
happening
Walker?
now?
Damn.
What's happening to DSG?
Which
Like,
one?
Dames, your favorite team is falling apart here.
Brother, and I was
The elephant
supporting
not supposed to be on the fucking tree, bro. You know?
I was supporting DSGBs, man. You know, like Rash was saying, we all know the mighty Zamalek. We know they're used to winning this shit, regardless of anything. I was rooting for DSGBs, like Dustin saying, because it's something different. I was like, come on, Yesh and Co and the pro players. I was throwing shots at the co players things, but which look are you signing?
We signed Nucci Dat, the guy that was actually running away with the
Our
Golden
inside
Boot
man.
until
Mr.
yeah,
Dat.
yeah. So
Hmm.
he's back home, you can say, you know.
It's not Luke who is your father. It's look at that.
It's
Yeah,
look at that.
look
Let
at
me
that.
show you.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
from my side, that's pretty much it. I'm looking forward to another farming season. So
So by
No.
farming, you mean winning the league? Let's say that.
Yeah,
Right.
and yeah, basically that.
I can't believe how similar Ash is to me. It's mad.
Well, Rash and Ash, it's in the name.
Yeah. The R in Rash stands for retired though.
All right, that's all we're going to have time for this evening. Dames, from the new gen side, I'm gonna let you conclude for us over there.
Yeah, guys, it's been real. It's been a competitive season. Congratulations to Zamalek again for winning the league and pushing through. We know I always say the mighty Zamalek because they are the benchmark when it comes to teams from championship and from the premiership. I think they're so used to winning. Like I was saying to Rash earlier, is that and Ash earlier. Um, they're so used to winning that they can say anything that they want to say because, regardless, it's the same outcome. Even if they have a shaky start of the season, like Dusty and Kieran and me were saying earlier, DSG at that time, we were saying DSGBs don't fumble. Why? Because Zamalek will not F up. They are behind you and they are waiting. And that's what Zamalek does, you know. We may say Zamalek, but the Zamalek the Zamalek is non-existent. We have to respect their quality outside of everything else, you know. Good players, good systems, and like Ash brought us into the camp with saying we got to study this and we got to study that because you got to believe even watching the last downs with Michael Jordan and the Chicago Bulls, the dynasty Bulls, you that don't know, you that do know, you got to study tapes no matter who you are. And that's what Ash just showed us is that Josh and Co showed us that they study tapes even though they're winning. They study tapes and they still get the job done. Whether Rash is actually Ash doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Um, Outside of everything and banter aside, in my opinion, as a striker who's played in the Prem for the longest time, these are two of the most solid keepers. I almost said solidus. I almost made a word.
What do you mean two?
Yeah, two of the most solid keepers that I've
It's only Ash now, my man. What do you mean two?
Two. But I'm speaking of past season, Crash.
No, but listen, banter aside, I want to apologize to all the guys in the new gen group. Look, I talked a lot of shit. I obviously back it up when I was there, but it's just banter. If you get touched, then you're not meant to be in that group. But anyway, just it's just banter, guys. Don't take it too serious. It's part of SAPL.
As I continued, I should talking Kaki meant to say that. So, as I'm saying, when it comes to Ash and Rash, like not to do the hug to and thing on that thing. I'm sensitive because this is YouTube, but these are two of the most strongest keepers I have been against. You know. And that's saying something, like Rasha said, that's saying something about the level of the Premiership and the level of Zamalek and Zamalek, as we know, back to back league, and then league again now. Of course, now the cup going to VSQ Ballers against Tomatic, but we won't mention that because it's a bit touchy right now, as of 4 days ago. But sorry I'm making this long, but Dusty always gives me the floor to speak about this. But as my captain Aziz was saying, and I'm saying captain, although he don't have a beard, he's younger than me, as you can see. But
Can't grow one.
but like I was saying, for teams coming from the championship outside of Lebloa, when it comes to knock and 11 gents, is it? No? 11 gents. We come in and we come in humble. We come to fight. We try to make the best of the fight in the Premiership, because, like I've said in the New Gen group, for those of you that are not in the New Gen group, I say that when it comes to the easy noodles Premiership, like Rash was saying earlier, in my opinion, in his opinion, I can't speak for everyone else, but it is the hardest division within the SAPL. If you come there without humbleness, they will crack you and you will crack. You understand that? It is very, very difficult. Owens come to play without practice. They're clapping you 10-0. As you setting 5 friendlies until 11:30, they're clapping you 10-0. So when you come there, you got to be humble and push.
Yeah, humble. Otherwise, you're going to get humbled. Kearan, Ogen side, in conclusion.
First, I would like to say congrats to the Lions FC and Zaire for winning the Premiership, and then congrats to Salazar and myself people for winning the cup. I would also officially like to announce that I will be joining Salazar for next season. So look out for me. I'll be clamping most of you. Ethan, Nish, I'll be clamping you all.
Keep
Again,
dreaming, keep dreaming.
I'll be putting you all in my pockets next season.
We'll see. We'll see.
I'd like to say that guys, let's not put our necks on the line next season. Let's go humble into the season and keep the mental liquor positive. Let's not bring our club's beef into the old group, please. Not again. We do not want that. Although my popcorn was out, I was enjoying it.
Do it.
But yeah, man. I hope everyone has a liquor break. Don't spend too much time on clubs, because clubs will humble you, and people crumble out clubs. So yeah, that's all from my side.
Yeah, in conclusion, pro clubs, pressure is the worst. Some guys will crumble. As we have seen, DSG have crumbled. Traumatic have risen to the occasion, and Zamalek have run away with the league. All in all, it's been good. Thank you all for season 25. Thank you to the teams. Thank you to the admins. Thank you to the community. Without the community, we know that this isn't possible. So thank you. Thank you to everyone who has come on as guests this evening, availing yourselves. And until next time, we slut it out with a jive.
Oh, yes.
Come on, Kearan. Give it freestyle.
Where's the freestyle?
Make it a sticker. I dare you. And send me location after you do.
SAPL, we out.